Let's also get you the latest that we're getting as far as the big international updates are concerned. Now, all hostages that were still currently under Hamas control, living hostages that were still under Hamas control, have finally been released. This is, of course, the first major step as far as bringing any peace or normalcy in the region is concerned. And there was one of the big conditions that Hamas had to adhere to. Two batches of the living hostages has been released, and with that, all 20 hostages that were still in custody of Hamas for over 2 years now. Since the war first began on October 7, they have now been released. Let's also listen in to what American President Donald Trump is saying as he arrives in Israel.
War is over. War is over. The war is over. Okay, do you understand that? I think it's going to hold. I think people are a lot of reasons why it's going to hold, but I think people are tired of it. It's been centuries, okay? Not just recent, it's been centuries. I think people are tired of it. Yeah, the ceasefire is going to hold, and we're going to make sure it holds.
So remember, there is a Gaza peace summit in Egypt today. Ahead of that, Hamas has released all 20 hostages as far as this peace deal is concerned. And a lot of these leaders, including Donald Trump and Israeli Prime Minister Netanyahu and others, will also be making their way to Egypt from Tel Aviv now. We're being told that Donald Trump could meet some of these hostages before moving for the peace summit. My colleague Siddhant is also joining us. Siddhant, what more to expect today, later this evening at this summit?
Well, Shivani, the first batch of hostages have been released. 20 hostages have been set free by Hamas, and in fact, in some time from now, they will be meeting their family and friends. President Trump is in Tel Aviv. He was given a grand red carpet welcome by Prime Minister Netanyahu. In fact, he will also be meeting the hostages. Later in the day, he will be going to Sharm el-Sheikh to attend the peace summit. Now, this summit, Shivani, has been planned by United States and Egypt. In fact, more than 20 countries have been invited to attend the summit. In fact, many countries are being represented at the head of state levels, like United Kingdom, Italy, and many others. India has also sent its representation. MOS-MEA, Kirti Vardhan Singh, will be representing India. So it's an occasion to kind of celebrate, cheer President Trump, because something which was impossible for the former US president and for many others in West Asia perhaps is today possible only because of President Trump. So this is one conflict where President Trump should be given the credit, because, you know, the challenge was not only to stop Hamas or getting the hostages free, but the challenge was also to stop Prime Minister Netanyahu. That has always been the biggest challenge, whether it's President Biden or whether it is President Trump. But the way President Trump handled Prime Minister Netanyahu all throughout his presidency in last 9 months perhaps is incredible. And in fact, ahead of him taking over as the President of United States, the ceasefire was announced, then ceasefire got collapsed, then Israel attacked Iran. There was high chances of this conflict becoming a regional conflict. Then Israel struck Qatar. Many things happened in between. But despite all of this, President Trump and his administration's commitment perhaps has resulted in the implementation of 20-point peace plan today. Hostages have been set free by Hamas. The forces have been withdrawn. President Trump is in Israel. He will also be going to Egypt. So it's time to celebrate. It's also time to cheer President Trump and his administration for the incredible work in bringing this peace.
Yes. You know, Siddhant, obviously what will be key to watch out for is, as far as this entire peace plan is concerned, there are many other stages, isn't it? What follows next after the release of the hostages?
Well, absolutely, Shivani. The biggest concern is that Hamas has not fully accepted the 20-point peace plan. Now, as far as Hamas's role in governance is concerned, perhaps the plan says that there will be no Hamas role in the governance. Hamas should give up arms. So these issues are still a point of contention between the negotiators and Hamas.
Right. Siddhant, just interrupting you for a brief minute. You can also talk over these. These are some of the first images of the hostages that have been released, that have come to light. And you know, over the last 2 years, we've seen a lot of the hostages have actually perished in custody. Some of them have been freed by the IDF forces from now and then. Some have been released. But a lot of them were still in custody. We still don't know. A lot of them perished in custody, and now 20 of them have been released today. And some of their images or videos, even propaganda videos, used to come out from time to time showing the kind of conditions they used to live in.
Well, that's right, Shivani. In fact, it was more than 700 days of captivity, and you know, they are now being released by Hamas only because of President Trump's 20-point peace plan. Because no matter what Prime Minister Netanyahu did in Gaza, irrespective of the military operations, strikes in Lebanon, strikes in Yemen, Iran, etc., nothing could make Prime Minister Netanyahu get the hostages back. It is only President Trump's 20-point peace plan which has resulted in the release of the hostages. And it's a very, very emotional moment, Shivani, for people in Tel Aviv and whole of Israel. In fact, there is the hostage square. People have been waiting for their near and dear ones from last 2 years, and you know, this war, there have been many twists and turns in this conflict, you know, escalation, de-escalation, etc., etc. But their families, the immediate family and friends, have been waiting for them. And today is the day when the 20 hostages have been released. Also, going by the numbers, then the other 28 hostages are dead. So their remains will be handed over to the Red Cross, and then Red Cross will hand over their remains to the Israeli authorities.
Yes. Siddhant, thanks a lot for joining us. This is, of course, a story that we continue to track very, very closely through today.